Good evening. How's everybody doing tonight? Uh, Whew, long day. I left here uh, 8:30 this morning and met my buddy, and we like rode all day. I didn't get back here until 5 o'clock tonight, so I may look a little red. And I actually did put just on my face. I did put sunscreen um, on my face because I was like, I know it was hot. It was hot today too. So, but I had a good time. I had a good time. It was really very relaxed and enjoyable. On the way back here though, I was like, because I have to meet my buddy. It's an hour and a half to get to where he's at, and then from there, like I said, we went out and had a nice time, and then we split off, and then I still had another hour and a half to get back here. It's like, oh my god, what are you gonna do? It happens, right? So anyway, I hope everybody's had a good day, and yeah, it was just I haven't seen him. I think it was last year we went to Sturgis was the last time. Hey, there's Asif is in the house, but I hope, like I said again, I hope everybody's doing well. So before we jump into anything, I want to remind everybody that this is a very family oriented channel, family oriented, if I could speak, which would be great. Please be decent, and we'll get into these things in just a second. Um, be decent in the chat, no racism, no nastiness, and we'll have a nice chat. And if you can't abide by those easy, simple rules, you'll be booted out of here. So Jason M. Schmidt is it. Do you believe we are facing climate lockdowns? I don't know about climate lockdowns. I do believe that we're going to be looking, uh, you know, you know, there. What we have to understand is a couple of things. Hella is doing awesome. Hella is awesome, Prep Rebel. What you have to understand is we have a lot more people in the country than we used to have. Number one, we have a power grid that is absolutely completely antiquated that needs to be upgraded yesterday. And as long as Congress and the Senate keep playing their jerk around games with each other, tiddlywinks, whatever you want to call it, and get nothing done, nothing will get done. Uh, I talked about that the other day in a video, and it said that of the 90% of the transformers that we have out there are more than 40 years old. And the other part that I don't think I did mention, we don't make them here in the United States anymore. They're all made from overseas. Okay. The power lines that we have, when you go outside and you see the power lines have a shelf life of 50 years. 70% of all the power lines out there are 25 years or older. So it just gives you an idea, realistically, how bad things can be. And so Transformer goes at Hoover Dam, right? Everybody saw that big fire, explosion. Why do you think that is? My guess, if I had to guess, would be very old equipment breaking down. These things are going to happen. You're going to see these things happening more and more and more. You're not going to, it's not like, things are just going to work great forever and ever and ever. When you are not doing maintenance on things, when you're pushing things to capacity because of the demand for power, you're going to have issues. So, they even talked about, yeah, the Transformers just need some TLC. Yeah, they need a lot. They need to be completely replaced. It's insanity to me. And how is that okay? And where's all the money going? That would be the other thing. Where's all the money going? Yeah, WD 40. Just spray some WD 40 on. It'll be great. Oh, that's too funny. Uh, but yeah, so it's like I said, because of those issues, we're going to continue to see more issues. And when you have very hot periods of time, we're in summertime, so summer gets hot. Everybody knows summer gets hot, right? They act like, because they're pushing an agenda. They're pushing this agenda. They act like this is a oh my God, 100-degree temperatures. Well, it happens every year. If you live in Texas, you have, you have 100-degree temperatures. It is what it is, you know. Yeah, we are just talking about that, Sharon Barrett, the Hoover Dam. Yep. But again, it's like, this is not something that should be surprising anybody. It's said that they have made high profits for years and haven't put money back for repairs. Well, you know what exactly, John? And every chance they get, they try to increase the price to the consumer. Um, every year, if they could raise prices, then they do. They do it all the time. Now they're only allowed to get away with so much, but it is amazing to me. A hospital in Denver was bombed today. I had not seen that one, Nancy. That one I had not seen. Actually, let me look real quick. We will take a look at that and see. Let's see if there's anything about that. Let's see. Nothing on here. Nothing on here. So I don't know if that I don't know where you heard that, but there's nothing. There's nothing on. No updates from that. So anybody else heard anything about that? Let me know. All right. So I Googled too, and I don't see anything. Okay. Yeah. So, but like I said, it's just there's a lot of things going on that people are not. There is AOC blocking traffic. Oh, these people kill me. They really kill me. I'm going to tell you what. Okay, AOC is in love with herself. That this is. I'm going to give you my opinion. Okay, I don't know what she's done as a politician, but every chance this woman gets, she wants to be in the limelight. That's what she wants. She wants to be out there. She wants to be seen. She wants people to be talking about her. And I don't know. I don't get it. I really don't get it. I'll tell you right now, my opinion. If you're a protester and you're in the road and you're trying to block my traffic and I need to get somewhere, I'm running you over. I don't care what it is. I'm running you over. You can sit there and lock arms and all that. Great. I'll have 4 or 5 of you up on the hood of my car as I go through because I'm going through. I am not. When you start letting protesters do that type of stuff and dictate all those type of things, that's when people get pulled out of their cars. They get beat up. They get hurt. So, you know, she went from no money to 1 million in 3 years. Oh, imagine that! Isn't that interesting how that works? Yeah, she said 174,000 isn't enough. Yeah, poor her. I feel really sorry for her having to struggle, on that kind of an income. So, Ivana Trump's funeral was impressive. I don't watch any of that. I mean, it's too bad she died. I feel bad when anybody dies, But what makes her so special as opposed to anybody else? These are the aristocrats. These are the people that have all the money, So Angelina Jolie, her kids, and Nicole Kidman eating bugs, pushing the narrative. Brad Pitt's wearing a dress today. They can eat bugs all they want. Knock yourself out. Eat bugs all day long. I'm not eating bugs. I don't care. Not interested in eating bugs. Don't want to eat bugs. I just people. Why do they continuously think because somebody is an actor in Hollywood that we give a crap what they try to push on the rest of us? They're not. They have zero. They're not in touch with reality at all. There's no way how any shape or form are these people in touch with reality. They live in gated communities. They have armed security, and it amazes me. If somebody's a good actor, I like. I'll give you an example. Okay, Robert De Niro. I love Robert De Niro as an actor. I thought he's played some great roles. I think he's an awesome actor. But him getting up there and spewing his narrative of for politics and stuff, I could care less. I don't care what his politics are. Shut up, do your job. If you are an actor or an actress, your job is to entertain me. If you are an athlete, your job is to entertain me. That's what your job is. You get paid to entertain me. Period. I don't care what your political affiliation is. I don't care what your stance on abortion or is. It doesn't matter. I don't care what religion you are. Who cares what any of these people do? How is that relevant to anything? And it amazes me, you know, that they're so progressive. Well, good for them. They can be progressive. I'm going to tell you what, and here I actually saw something today, and I thought that this was so relevant. Okay, people. So I'm going to bring something else up too, and I wanted to talk about this because there was some comments that were made when I was talking about this, and I really want to address this in a minute. But I want to get this point first. You have these people that have all this power, all this money. They are some of the most unhappy people you will ever meet in your life. They're depressed. They're on all kinds of medication. They're seeing a psychologist because poor them, right? But they got the world by the cajones. But at the end of the day, I'll tell you right now, folks, and this is a true statement. Money ain't going to buy you happiness. It doesn't buy you happiness. Having all the material possessions in the world does not buy you happiness. I want to address something, okay? And I'm going to tell you what, and I've been guilty of this myself. Chasing the golden ring, right? Chasing that golden ring. You've been sold a bill of goods. You got to work, 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 make all this money because you have to have things, you have to have stuff, you have to do this, you have to do that. Well, I'm going to tell you what, and I learned this. This is something that I learned, and I made a change because of this. I was working, guys, 66 hours a week. I did it for 10 years. 6 days a week. I worked all the time. Now, I had a whole bunch of other people come in. Well, I do this many hours a week, and I do that many hours a week. Here's a little insight from somebody that's done it, that's changed their mental position on this. The one thing that you can never, ever, ever get back. Okay, now listen, I want you to listen to this. This is important. The one thing you can never get back is time, because yesterday's gone. So if you worked a 16-hour day yesterday, didn't get to see your kids, didn't get to see your wife or your husband, you were overtired, you were just exhausted. So when you finally got to go home and go to sleep, that's all you did. You went home and you went to sleep. So you didn't spend any time with your family. Okay. Those kids, just so you know, they're going to grow up with you there or without you there. So you could be chasing that brass ring all you want. All you want, chase away. But I'll tell you what, they're going to grow up, and they're going to grow up knowing, dad or mom, they weren't around because they were working all the time. I woke up one day and I realized my kids are growing up. I'm watching my kids grow up. I was burnt out. I was so tired all the time. I had one day a week off, and I would make sure, I will tell you this, I always made sure that on that one day a week off, we did something as a family. Now, the way it ended up working out, and I know I've mentioned this before. So it was me, my ex-wife, and the kids. It was Josh, Eddie, and Heather. Okay. And so I would say, we're going to do something as a family today. Go to a movie, go to the planetarium, go to the museum, whatever, just something that we would do together. And inevitably, my ex-wife would say, "Oh, I'm so tired. I don't want to do anything." And then as soon as she would say that, Eddie would say, "I want to stay home with mom." So 9 times out of 10, it would be me, Josh, and Heather that would go out because I was not going to deny my children not going out because my ex-wife was too lazy to go do anything with anybody. And if Eddie wanted to stay home with her, knock yourself out, okay? But after a while you get tired of that and you don't see your kids. You're not watching your kids grow up. They're not being able to, you're not spending that quality time. I'll tell you one of the best things for me, I'm going to go back to this. Heather was a senior in high school, and every day, now the bus stop is 2/10 of a mile down the road, but every day I took her down to the bus stop every morning. Every day that she came home, I picked her up and I brought her home. Now, okay, you're going to say, oh, it's 2/10 of a mile. Who cares? Big deal. Those type of things are so important. Memories that you make, things that you've done with your family, with your children, those are things that they remember. Those, like, we did all kinds of stuff always, okay? But the problem is people think chasing that almighty dollar is the most important thing in the world, but it's not. It's not. I've worked in nursing, guys, for a long, long time, as you guys know. I've talked about it extensively, hence the name Prepper Nurse One, right? In my career, I could not tell you the number of people that I took care of. I took care of a lot of elderly people in my career. And the number of times that I had people say to me, we worked hard our whole lives and we always said we're going to wait, we're going to save that money. And when we retire, we are going to go out and we're going to do things then, right? And inevitably, one of the two of them got sick. They, had needed medical expenses, medical bills. All that money that they saved all those years all went out the window for medical expenses, and they never did anything. So, my advice to anybody, younger people watching, middle aged people watching, older people watching, we don't know. And that's when I say we don't never know when our day is here. When we never know when that time is going to come. Take that time because you're never getting it back. Do things, enjoy life. Take those kids and go do something that they're going to remember because that is so, so important. If you really don't listen to anything else I say, that's a one thing. And I always tell, whenever I see young people, I'll tell them, I'll say, listen, do the things you want to do because one day, and that's all of us folks, one day we're not going to be able to do it anymore. So, like me going for a ride today, okay, spending some time with me and my buddy going out and spending the day riding, I can still do it, and I'm going to do it, and I'm going to take that time. I don't do it all the time, obviously, but I'm going to take that time and I'm going to go out and I'm going to enjoy that. It was fun. I had a good time. We BS'd. We talked about the things that we his former wife who passed away, the two of them and me and my ex-wife, the four of us. I mean, we went on a Vegas vacation together. The four of us had a blast. They were good people, and yeah, riding and eating bugs. That's right. That's why you keep your mouth shut when you're riding. Yeah, they don't taste so good at 70 miles an hour when you catch one. But again, take those moments, do things with your kids because you know what? If you don't, you wonder why. So here's the thing, and I want you to think about this, okay? And I think this is important. All right, yeah, cats in the cradle, exactly. Um, hey, Beretta Vandy, thank you very much for becoming a beginning prepper. I appreciate that. Thank you for the support. Something that, like I said, when you see now, I'm going to tell you what. I've worked a lot in nursing homes, and Christmas was a big day and Easter. Those were like the two big days. All the family came in, they put on the show, and oh, mom and dad, we love you, blah, 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 right? And then they're gone. And 6 months later, then they come back again for the next big holiday, Christmas, like I said, and then, Easter. Those people didn't care. They didn't come to see their families. Now, there's a lot of people, I will tell you this, it was like an all or nothing. You had people that were very dedicated to their families, And the one thing, and I would ask, because I'm a very inquisitive person, I have to ask things. Um, how's your new place in West Virginia going? Loves Texas asks. Going really good. Working on it. I'll be back down there soon, and I'll be just continuing to do what I can do down there. So, um, but so anyway, so what ended up with like oh, I lost my thought here. Hold on a second. Oh my God! See, I hate that when I do that. But oh, I know. So I would ask people. I would say, what kind of? How were your parents? What were they like? And inevitably, the ones that were there that doted on mom or dad who was in that nursing home, all my parents were wonderful. They were great people, you know, blah, blah, blah. The ones that never came, they were like, yeah, mom and dad, they were just so busy. They really didn't have time for us. So we were there, but we were an afterthought. So when they become adults, guess what? You, the parents, now you become the afterthought. And it happens, folks. It happens over and over and over again. To me, it was so important to spend that time with my kids. And not because I'm looking for something down the road. That's not what I did it for. I did it because they were counting on me. Your children count on you. That's what happens. And guess what? When they become 18 and they're officially an adult, that doesn't stop. You know what I mean? It's not like, okay, now I don't have to do anything anymore. They're an adult, they're on their own. It doesn't work like that. They're your children forever. So, and I know a lot of people, guys, that up, you're 18, screw you, you're on your own. I've seen it happen, and I'm just like, how could you do that? I don't get it. This one here, she knows she'll stay home as long as she wants to. I don't care. Don't matter to me. You know, that's my child. I will always take care of her. If Eddie wanted to come back home, he could absolutely come back home anytime he wanted to as well. They're my children. I will always take care of them. It's that's just the way it is. So, but so just something I want to share with you, my observations through life that I've seen firsthand. But I think that it's important to make those memories, spend time, do things with your family, and like so I have you know I know people that they do family get-togethers every year, and that's awesome. Their kids are grown, they're living in different parts of the countries, but for 1 week a year, they all get together, they all come together for that common bond and stuff like that. So, I think that that's a good thing. I've been a CNA for many years and seen very loyal, honorable children, and also the other side. Absolutely. But those ones, Brenda, the other side that came in there like twice a year and put on the big show, they used to make me sick to my stomach because they would pretend like they cared, and I'd be like, why bother? You're never here, you don't care. So, but the 18 and I'm out of here is a gringo thing. Doesn't happen here in Puerto Rico. Yeah, I'm going to tell you. I'll tell you. So I'm going to break this down really simple, okay? So you guys understand. Obviously, we have a lot of different races of people, all right? And I always say that we're one race called the human race, but I will tell you what, the way people are treated by families, definitely there is a breakdown. Hey, mountain kayaker, staying busy in the mountains, continuously prepping for any event. Prepping is peace of mind. We had a lot of the same life experiences, PN1. Uh, Channel and hi to the family. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Thank you very much for the donation as well. Life is interesting. I couldn't wait to leave. Could not wait to leave. As soon as I got out of high school, I went right in the military. I was like, I'm out of here, But, you realize life is tough out there. It's not easy. But, oh gosh, now what was I was just going to, I had a really something important I was going to say. Oh my God, I hate when that happens. Oh man. God, I was going to say something I thought was important too. What was I saying just before? that, guys. Can somebody give me that nudge to get my mind back working? I know I hate to. It's that old age thing. Oh, different races. Okay, thank you, Chase. Okay, it's back. I got it. See, it's weird. I mean, it was completely gone. It was okay. In all my years of nursing, I have seen one Asian person in a nursing home. One. I want to let me say that again so you guys understand that. In all of my years of working as a nurse, and I used to do a lot of agency work where I'd bounce around to different nursing homes, okay? One Asian person in a nursing home. And that person's family was there every single day. Every single day. All right. So, who do you think treats their people the best? And they were Japanese, actually, if they want to break it right down. The Japanese people treat their elderly with respect, with dignity. They take care of their own. That's why you don't see them in nursing homes. They take care of them at home. They take care of their family, okay? The second group of people that treat their elderly the best, from what I've seen in my own experiences, now there's obviously exceptions to rules, is black folks. Black folks treat their elderly really, really well, for the most part, from what I've seen, okay? The group that treats their old people the worst is white people. We take our old people and we throw them away like they are garbage. That's a problem. To me, that's a problem. I don't think that's the way it should be. Asians are taught to respect their elders from day one. Exactly. You're right. You know, um, but again, now I grew up in a family. We took care of our old people. That's what we did. My grandfather, he stayed home until the day before he died. And I would go out there and I was living in the city of Rochester at the time, and they lived out in Scottsville. And I went every other day, and I went out and I gave them a shave and a shower. I washed them up. I'd sit them on a chair in the shower, and I would wash them. And to me, it was a respect thing. It was absolutely, my grandfather to me was my father. He's the one that I look to for how you treat people, with respect and dignity and all those type of things. I mean, he was my male role model. My father gave me up for adoption when I was 5 years old, so my father didn't care. You know what I mean? He didn't want to pay child support. So, but my grandfather, he was a hard man. I'll tell you what. He had a temper on him, and he would whoop your behind if you needed your behind whipped. But you knew he loved you. You knew he loved you. So, that was. But so we've always, in my family, we've always taken care of our own. When my grandmother got older, my aunt took her in and had her at her house until she, succumbed to cancer. Uh, you know, but yeah, well, my grandfather was a Dutchman, so Dutch and German are pretty much the same thing. My grandmother was German, and my grandfather was Dutch on my mother's side. So yeah, that's where and but it's just those days. People, like I said, people now they don't care, and I don't understand. I'm going to tell you what, I look forward to the days, and I'll be honest with you, when hopefully many years from now, when Heather decides to have a family and she has her children, I plan on spoiling the crap out of those grandkids. I want to be like, bring the kids to me, bring them to Grandpa Ed for the weekend. Go do what you got to do. I'll take them and teach them and get them out in the country and have them experience all the different stuff. And I think that's what and you have, hopefully, hopefully you have knowledge, and things that you can share with those kids and show them, and stuff like that. So my mixture is American Indian and German. Nothing wrong with that, Jay. Nothing wrong. Well, see, the thing is, what people really don't understand as far as Americans go, we're like a true melting pot of people. I mean, I have English, Irish, Scottish, Dutch, German, and a little bit of Spanish thrown in there. So I am a true American mutt. And, that's, and a lot of people are like that. I had a really, really good friend of mine that I used to work with. She was a maintenance lady, and she was half Italian and half Indian. And this is going back when I was in my early 20s. She was half Italian and she was half Indian, and her husband was black. And she married her husband when in the 60s, when that wasn't done. Okay, that wasn't done. She was the most awesome person, the most down to earth person that I've ever seen in my life. I mean, she was just like, she treated everybody with respect and dignity. She was always very, very kind. And, and the thing is, too, which I don't understand. Okay. Now, listen, everybody out here, everybody watching, every one of us is going through something right now. Something. You don't have to come on here and say, yeah, I'm going through this, or yes, I'm going through that. But each and every one of us is going through something that is either hurting our heart, that is job related, health wise related, and so, we may not always be in the best moods. And it happens. I mean, it happens for everybody, right? So, why do people want to, because they're angry or they're upset, take that out on somebody else? Be cruel or be mean, or speak down to somebody. I never could understand that. I just never could. I always want to try to treat people decently until, okay, there is a but in this one. I treat everybody with respect and dignity until they prove to me they don't deserve that. If you're a scumbag and a lowlife and a piece of crap, and I figure that out, which I usually figure that out pretty quickly, I don't want nothing to do with those type of people. Want nothing to do with those type of people. So I just dismiss them. They're out of my life. I'm not going to have that. I want to surround myself with positive people, the people that, same type of mindset, hopefully, that have goals and things that they want to accomplish. So what are we at? 548 in the chat, guys. We're at 227 on the thumbs up. So if you have not shot a thumbs up yet, please do so to show support for the channel. And I thank you for that as well. Also, it really does help with the algorithms. So the more interaction that we have, the better it is for the channel. So thank you very much for that as well. Uh, so anyway, and see what JJ said. You said the wrong person for that donation. For what donation? Mountain Girl? I know who Mountain Girl is. She was the last one that gave a donation, wasn't she? So my mother quit her job and took care of my grandfather for 18 years after his stroke. I give, and that's very, very commendable. Very, very commendable. I'm going to tell you what, and I'm going to tell you a true story. True story. I worked for this family for 17 years. I did private duty nursing for one family for 17 years. The first 8 years that I worked with them, I did 2 10-hour shifts a week. All right. And then I always did an entire month of January every year, because when the other lady was, I called her Mountain Kayaker, not Mountain Girl. Well, okay, I'm sorry. Well, I meant Mountain Girl. So my apologies. My mistake. Hey, I'm demented. I'm old. I've been in the sun all day. Those are my excuses. That's what I'm sticking with. Um, but this family, the so I for the first, like I said, for the first 8 years, I did 20 hours a week, 2 10-hour shifts. For the last 9 years I was with them, I did at least 50 hours a week, and I did 5 10-hour days, and then near the end I also picked up another 8-hour shift. So when I had cut back from 66 down to 58, I did it there. I did it there. So so yeah, so it was selfishly cut down to 58 hours a week. But anyway, this gentleman had gone in to the hospital to have a temporary colostomy. Now, what a colostomy is he had some necrotic tissue, which is dead tissue, is in intestines. So they had to cut that out. They do what they call a temporary a colostomy, where you actually poop out of a hole in your stomach. Okay, they do that to have the tissue heal. Then they would go into a second surgery and repair that later on. Well, unfortunately, there was a change of shift when he was coming out of the anesthesia. People were not paying attention. He ended up dying there, and when they figured it out, they brought him back, but it was too late. He ended up being a vegetable. I mean, and a vegetable. He showed emotion, like he could cry and stuff like that. If he got upset, he would cry and those type of things. But I watched those kids, his kids, grow up. I watched her as the wife. She was amazing. She kept her husband home. She still worked full time. So that's why she had nursing. And she didn't get nursing 24 hours a day, folks. She got nursing for 16 hours a day. So what she did is she had her day nurse, and then she had the overnight nurse. And then in the evenings, when she got home from work, she took care of her husband. Uh, Unbelievable and dedicated. Her family, or his family had come to her. Now she kept her husband home, and she didn't have to, but she did. And they were Italian, just so you know, too. Italian people are really good to their old folks too. I did forget to mention that, but Italians are really, really good to their people as well. So his family came to her and said, if you would like to start a relationship with somebody on the side, we are absolutely okay with that, because obviously her husband he wasn't there anymore, realistically. She never did. She never did. And, I was with them until he passed away. And I'll never forget that. I'll never forget that. I mean, she was amazing. She that dedication is just unreal. But yeah, so yeah, Italians, especially Sicilian Italians. Now, Sicilian Italians, just so you know, if you're going to date a Sicilian Italian woman, they're insane. Just so you know, my first wife was Sicilian, but great cooks. Oh my God, great cooks, and but very, very dedicated and very, very loyal. But tempers, oh my God, crazy, crazy tempers. So no, we're not. Yes, you are, Mrs. T. Come on. You know, you can admit it. It's okay. Uh, so I couldn't say a lot of these things, guys, unless I had firsthand experience. Unless I had firsthand experience. I'll tell you what. So I'll tell you a funny story. Funny, funny story. And I heard this through the entire rest of my second marriage, just so you know. So Amy, my ex-wife, says to my dad, come on over. I'm gonna cook you dinner. And so he goes, okay. So this is my real father, and oh my God, I wanted to kill him this day. I just wanted, because I never heard the end of this. I never heard the end of this. So Amy goes, so Bud, how was your meal? Did you enjoy it? He said, no, it was not too bad. But I'll tell you what, he said, Ed's first wife, Sandy, oh, now she could cook. I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? You, what are you talking about? The rest of my marriage, she would say, "Oh, how was that?" I said, "Oh, that's really delicious. I really enjoyed it." Oh, but I bet it wasn't as good as Sandy could cook. And I always came back with this. I always came back with, "Listen, who am I with? Yes, Sandy was a phenomenal cook." I said, "But who am I with?" So I said, "Stop." But no, never, never let me forget that he said that. I was like, "Oh my God, jeez." So, folks, sometimes you have to think. And I'm not good at it either. I am not good at it either. I will be honest with you. But sometimes you should think before you open your mouth. Yeah, no filter. And unfortunately, I don't have a filter either. I really don't. So, oh no, Rick, I've been married twice. I'm done. No more marriages for me. I learned my lesson. I learned my lesson. Uh, so got to call grandma and wish her a happy 91st birthday. That's awesome. That is awesome. So some people were asking about mom. Mom is doing great. Mom has not had a stroke or anything like that. Mom is awesome. So Becky and her were living in the other house together. Two people living in that close proximity. there was issues. They were having problems. So mom decided to move out, and she moved into a senior high rise. Mom was not put in a nursing home or anything like that. Okay. Mom made the decision she wanted to leave because, like I said, they were not getting along. And so that's why mom went into a senior high rise. So just putting that out there. Mom is in good health. She will be, I think she's going to be 79 coming up here in September. So, you know, oh, Max is awesome. No, I think he was on video earlier today in my first video, I believe. So, JJ says, because Sicilian women are taught to catch men through their stomachs. Well, I'm going to tell you what, it's a really easy thing for men. So, for all you ladies out there, okay, comes down to two things, okay? Simple. Men, we're very simple creatures. Simple creatures. Okay? It's only two things you got to do, and we're never going to go anywhere. Never going to go anywhere. Feed us and F us. And you know what I mean when I say that. Okay? Um, that's it. Simple. Simple creatures. That's all we have. That's all. That's where our needs are. And then I'm going to tell you what. Yep, sex and food. Exactly. We'll do anything for you. We will do anything. It's very simple. Um, it's very simple. I will tell you a funny one really quickly. Okay, just kind of just because I thought it was funny at the time. So my ex-wife said to me one time, she goes, "Are you horny?" And I said, "Am I breathing?" So there you go. Very simple. Simple creatures. It's all it takes to make us happy, guys, ladies out there. It's all it takes to make us happy. So, but I'll tell you what, Sicilian men can cook now too. Sicilian men can cook very well because they're taught too. So, Malachi's corner size, not entirely true. I'm telling you right now, those are you base for the ladies. You base it on that. You should be in good shape. You should be in good shape. So anyway, enough of that. Nowadays, you want a woman that can work a hoe. That's funny. Yeah, I want her to be able to know how to garden and I want some. See, I'm going to tell you what. For me, what I would love to find somebody same mindset that wants the same things that I want, that we could work together and do those type of things. But it's very difficult to find anybody these days. It really is. So, but anyway, so that's I don't know how we got off on this part of this tangent tonight, but you know, life is interesting. Life is definitely interesting. But I gave my ex dog jerky. He loved it until he found out what it was. That's horrible. That's funny, but that's horrible at the same time. She says, "Wait, you're single?" Yes, I've been single for a while. Okay, so now I'll say mountain kayaker. Biden has ordered ATF agents to go knock on doors in multiple firearm owners. I hadn't seen that one, mountain kayaker. I had not seen that one. But thank you very much for the donation, and thank you for that information. I had not heard that at all. Yeah, whoever I end up with, guys, if I end up with somebody, she's got to like to ride. That's another thing. That's a priority. So I have some simple priorities. Okay, all right. Whoever I'm with cannot be on any narcotics. No narcotics. I don't want you on painkillers because this hurts, that hurts, or the other thing hurts. So I don't want somebody on painkillers. I don't want anybody that has to take antidepressants because life is so rough. I don't want those type of people. That's just me. No judgment. You do whatever you got to do, but not. I'm not down with that. Okay, and so, and she has to have a job. She has to make her own money. So that's not a lot. That's not a lot to ask. But in this day and age, I guess it might be because so many people are, on something. So ride a hog, use a hoe, and love chickens. That's funny. That's funny. Mountain Girl says, I'm with you, PN1. Yeah, I don't think it's too much to ask that, I don't know. I don't get it. I really don't get it. Jen Boyle says, I love the devil's lettuce. So that's it. I really don't consider that. I have no problem with somebody that smokes. I really don't. Um, if they want to get high, I don't care. You know what I mean? But don't go to work high. You want to get high at night, end of the day, have a good time, knock yourself out, do what you got to do. But, so I don't know. That's just my take. I just, you know, but they have a pill for everything. Any ailment that you have, they got a pill for you. And then once you start taking them, then you're on them forever. You never come off. And they keep making more and more and more money off of you. So it's awesome. I smoke cigs because I don't want to go to jail. Hey, both of my ex-wives smoked, and I'm not talking. They were not casual smokers. They were professional smokers. Amy was pregnant with the twins, right? So the doctor said we go to see the doctor, and the doctor says, "So have you been cutting back on your smoking?" "Oh yes, yes, doctor, I am." And I looked at her and I said, "From what? 2 packs down to what? You're one less cigarette a day?" And then she said to me, she goes, "Well, I am carrying twins. I want low birth weight babies because they said if you smoke, you have a low birth weight baby." You weren't low birth weight though. You both were over 5 pounds. Hi, Heather.
Hi,
Speaking of babies, look at how close we are tanned together. Look at that. Almost the same.
You're a little bit closer to Caesar here.
Right. Heather has her mom's fair skin, so she does not do well in the sunshine. Eddie's dark like me. Eddie just gets darker if he goes in the sun, which he doesn't.
No, he doesn't
No,
either.
he is like a vampire. So, hey, Mountain Girl says, "Hey Heather, love the necklace, girl."
Heck yeah, glad you're enjoying it.
So, oh, egg count. Let's do egg count time, guys. I'm sorry, we're also JJ just threw the link up for. So we'll do Heather's Etsy account first. Talk about Heather's. What are you making on your Etsy account?
I have hats up right now. Still have a couple like necklaces that are like made to order. And I have cat hats always. They're always available to be made. I also have like loofahs for like making washing your dishes and all that.
So she's got a lot of stuff on. Okay, so you guys are already going ahead and doing the egg count. So I will start looking now to see who has the right answers. So how many eggs and yes or no did Thick Neck lay today? All right, give you a minute there. And there's Miss Hella because she's here because Heather's here, so she's jealous. If you had the same guess as Country Girl, 1, 2, 3, 4, I think it was what it was.
I saw that one too.
Yeah. With 7 eggs and yes for Thick Neck today. So that is where we were at today. So 7 eggs and yes, Thick Neck laid. So Country Girl, 1, 2, 3, 4, congratulations. You've won absolutely nothing except for bragging rights until the next live stream. Oh yeah, which I will not be live streaming on Friday, guys. Just another reminder real quick. I will not be live streaming Friday. Scroll up, Ed.
How is Stella?
I'm sure.
Let me go grab Stella real quick.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Google Apps.
Well, when I started looking, see, you guys were early jumping the gun. When I said, okay, I'm going to start looking now, then I called on the first person that I saw. So, see, when you jump the gun, when it's premature doesn't count. You have to wait until I say so. I'm just giving you guys a hard time. But so anyway, that is where we're at. Rick Mountains. JJ, would you throw Heather's Etsy link up again, please? Somebody was asking what it is. And she does take requests if you want her to make something for you, to knit or jewelry or whatever. She will do that as well. It's very warm today, and I got the light like right here on top of it, so it makes there's the link for the person that wanted to know the link for Heather's Etsy account. So there's Miss
And I'm
Stella.
wearing a light shirt today, so you can actually see her. Proof I'm actually holding a cat.
Right, that you're not just petting yourself. I wonder if you came in and did like that and just like pretended like you were petting something, if you had like a black shirt, and I wonder if anybody would notice. That would be funny, actually.
Now people are gonna start looking each live stream for that.
Okay, so I gotta tell you guys. So I love to bust chops. Okay, and I did this one. I was saying to my group down in West Virginia. I said I would do this because I think it would be funny, but people would lose their minds. People would absolutely lose their minds. So, what I had said was, because I've done videos down there and you've seen the group members, sitting around talking and stuff like that. I said, wouldn't it be a riot? And I think it would be funny because, like I said, again, I have a very twisted sense of humor. Just to be, I said, have all you guys standing around the fire with like robes on and like chanting while I was doing a video. I said people would lose their minds. They'd be like, "Oh my God, it's a cult!" And they're, I see now. I think it would be funny. To me, that would have been funny. Um, but I'm like, man, I can't do that because people would actually think that we were some kind of a cult when we're absolutely not. But like I said, to me that would be very very funny. Yeah, no white pointy hats. No, well, it would be difficult to do that when I have black members in my group, for them to be in like clan outfits. Could you imagine? I'm a black clan member. Woohoo! I hate the black man. It doesn't work well. It doesn't work well. So, but no. So, but no. We were talking like robes, so that was like people would think it was some kind of cult or like demonistic type of thing, or Satanist or crap like that. So, but no. So we decided that's probably not a good idea. Thanks, Max.
Yeah, total eclipse of the sun.
Yeah,
Quick.
right. But no. So we yeah, oh, Blazing Saddles. That's right. Where are the white women at? You don't have no idea what I'm talking about, do you?
I've seen parts of Blazing Saddles. I watched it with Mom when we got partway through, and she was like, "I don't want to watch this anymore."
Okay, well, so, but anyway, so we did not do that. So, but like I said, to me, because like I said, I have a very twisted. What I think is funny, a lot of times, other people go, "That's not funny," and I'm like, "Yes, it is funny." So, but no, so we decided that's probably you're not going to see that on video because we don't do that anyway.
Headbands or mason jar koozies, I can definitely look into doing those. I've thought about making like can koozies as well.
Yeah, yeah. So movie night with Heather now playing Blazing Saddles. Yeah, I don't even know where we could even pull that up at. Yeah, millennials need a safe space if they're going to watch Blazing Saddles. Oh my God, yeah. Well, you look at some of the movies that the rest of us grew up watching that would be like, I mean, just even like the show All in the Family. Think about that show airing tomorrow. People would lose their minds. They'd lose their minds. And it was all in good fun. It was all in good fun.
Somebody was asking about how my summer has been, if I have any exciting new plans, and I actually do have a new development that I might be getting a job as a bartender down in town, serving drinks and being cute. But I think that would be something interesting. So I'm very personable. I like talking to people.
And the best part is Heather doesn't drink, so and she'd be perfect for you know, she'd be perfect as a bartender because the management knows that she wouldn't be stealing drinks or drinking on the job. Yeah, right. Archie Bunker would be followed and doxxed. Oh my God, they would lose their mind. They would lose their mind. He called that Polish man a meathead. I'm offended. It's like, oh my God. You're great with the public, Heather. A new journey.
Bartending would get dad in a fight.
Well, as long as nobody was messing with her, but Heather can handle her own. She'll get that club out from behind the bar and she'll whack him with it. Or no, she'll have the axe, guys. She'll have the throwing axe back there. And if they get out of line, she'll just pick out that axe and just chuck it at them.
I should get like a plastic one if people are being mean. I bonk them with it.
Right. Meathead is still a meathead today. Oh my God, that's too funny.
Yeah, this particular bar also does like just normal meals, so it's kind of like
a mix.
Yeah, so it's not people getting crazy in the bar scene. There's other bars.
And it's an older crowd at that bar, so it's not like a bunch of young hooligans,
yeah,
roustabouts. How do you feel about medical cannabis? I don't care if you use it medically or the other way. Knock yourself out. Like I said, I don't have a problem with marijuana. As long as you're not smoking 24 hours and sitting on your butt and letting somebody else pay for it. If you can afford to smoke it and do it in your own time and stuff like that,
yes.
Knock yourself out.
Some of the Spaceballs is not supposed to smell like Spaceballs is good.
Yeah. Well, look at Airplane, the movie Airplane. I never liked the movie Airplane, but that's got a lot of that dry humor. So. Oh, it's legal here too now. Yeah, on a state level, marijuana is legal. So I'll tell you what it is in New York, guys. You're gonna love this one. So in New York, we're allowed 4 plants per person in the household. So 2 mature plants and 2 growing. All right, and that's per person. I'm riding around in my car. If I wanted to, I could have up to 3 ounces of weed in my car. That's a lot of weed. But you're allowed to have that much. In your home, you are allowed, and this was one that always killed me, you are allowed to have up to 5 pounds of marijuana in your home. Now, how crazy is that? Who's got 5 pounds of marijuana sitting around in their home? I'm like, holy crap. 2.5 ounces there? Okay, yep. Marijuana is illegal in Texas. I'm going to tell you right now, it's a matter of time before it's legal everywhere. Because there's too much money to be made on it. So way too much money to be made on it.
All right, well, I'm gonna let you guys finish all that.
All right. Well, thank you for stopping in and saying hello.
Yeah, and thanks for everybody for asking about what's up with me. I appreciate that.
All right. 1 ounce in Ohio. Yeah, John says that's a lot of brownies. You think? Yeah, it's a lot of brownies. All right. Crazy. Now, like I said, I've told you guys before, I smoke very infrequently. If I get high twice a year, that's a lot. For me, I don't handle my marijuana well. I don't do anything if I get high. So I generally don't, I just don't mess with it. I'd rather have and even it's funny because I'd rather have a couple beers, and it's generally a couple of beers. Like when we went out today, all right, we stopped, we had lunch, we both had 1 beer and then a glass of water. So that was it. That was the extent of my drinking today. So. I get high every time I get on a ladder to change the light bulb. That's funny. Legal in California, 6 plants per person, indoor grow only. No need to worry on amount you can carry unless you're You're a bailing pothead. Yeah, it's let's play this. If you're walking around with 3 ounces on your person, you're probably dealing. I mean, that's just nobody has 3 ounces on them at any one time for personal use. But I guess they made it high enough that if you got stopped and you have enough on you that you can't get in trouble. So it's really weird to see people just standing out in the open smoking a joint after so many years of growing up and it being you know illegal. So that's the weird thing. Marijuana will be a great barter in SHTF. Oh yeah, people are still. That's the thing is, marijuana, alcohol, tobacco. People are still going to want their vices. They're still going to want their vices. What I want you to remember too, though, guys. Okay, and again, I've talked about this one before. You think, oh wow, great, marijuana is legal now. I want to get my medical marijuana card so I can go to the dispensary to get my marijuana to smoke. Remember this: if you have your medical marijuana card, you've just given up your gun rights. You are not allowed to own a gun because there's so many people out there getting stoned and then shooting up the neighborhood. Happens all the time. So, how stupid is that? It makes no sense to me. I mean, I could see if they said, listen, here's your crack license. You can go out and you get your crack. Now you can't have a firearm. That would make more sense to me. That would make more sense. But marijuana, seriously, and it's just another way to do a gun grab, realistic, and that's just my opinion. So, yes, but you can be a raging alcoholic and a gun is no problem. Exactly. And again, you know, alcohol doesn't change personalities of people at all. I mean, they stay perfectly fine. They're very nice. Yeah, okay. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. It just, yeah, it just, I don't get it. So, yeah, you smoke a joint, you want to have something to eat, maybe take a nap, chill out, listen to some good music. That's pretty much it. But, but, like I said, again, to me, that's just another gun grab. All right, we're going to do some shout outs, guys. All right, so we're going to start off with Icky Can up in Canada. Good friend of mine, good guy. I would ask you to please show him some support. You have Angry Prepper Jason down in New York City, another good guy. Uh, Alaskan Prepper with Rudy up there, another really good guy as well. I really like Rudy. You have Sean James and My Self Reliance. Love what he's doing up in Canada. He is amazing, amazing. North Shore Preparedness, also up in Canada. You have Corporal's Corner. There's Bjorn Hansen. You have 80K Man up in the Adirondacks. You have Bizarizza Jizza, which is in Greece, New York, but he does the Carrington Chronicles. A lot of fun listening to those. You have Marfugal News with Adam and Dax out on the West Coast. Another really good guy. I like Adam. I've been on his show a couple of times. You have Magic Prepper out in North Dakota. There's Wrangle Star with Cody, and I like what he does too. He's a really good dude. You got Red Poppy Ranch, Survival Lily, Kyle's Cabin, which is up in Minnesota with Kyle and Sierra. Nice young couple. You have Bush Radical and Girl in the Woods, husband and wife. Two really cool channels, two different channels, but they're husband and wife. They split their time between Alaska and Minnesota. You have Green Greg's. A lot of good information with Green Greg's. You have Southern Prepper One. He's been doing a lot of boots on the ground reports. We've been doing a lot of that lately. You have Gray Man Prepping. St. Bernard Acres with Joe. Then you have Doug and Stacy, another really good channel. A lot of good information with them. You have the Nomadic Movement down in Panama. You have the Green Dream Project, which is out in Arizona. Nice young couple there too. Camping with Steve Wallace up in Canada. A lot of fun. Good guy. Fun to watch. Monkey Works, the Needy Homesteader, You have Boss of the Swamp. I've been watching Boss of the Swamp a long time. Diamond with the Oppenheimer Ranch Project. Love Diamond as well. Another really just down to earth guy. Very, very intelligent. Somebody worth listening to. You have Patera with the Appalachian Homestead. There's City Prepper, Lumina Acres. You have Suspicious Observer, Bear Independent, The Uneducated Economist, Bushcraft Bear, who I guess now is in Germany for I don't know why, but they say he was recovering from something, I believe somebody was saying. So Bushcraft Bear right now is over in Germany. Mary Greeley News, she gives you all your latest updates on, Yellowstone and all the volcanic activity that is and earthquakes that are going around. You have Adapt 2030. You have Malachi's Corner. You have Ice Age Farmer. Ryan Hall, y'all, if you want your weatherman, he is the guy to go to. He is awesome. Very passionate about the weather. You have Russell Brand. I really like Russell Brand as well. He gives you the information. He wants people to think, and I think that that's a good thing. You have Deep South Homestead, The Outsider, The Fit Farmer. There's Prepper Princess, Simple Life Reclaimed. There's Townsend's, The Prepared Mind, Pinball Preparedness, which we love pinball. Pinball's a good dude as well. East Tennessee Preparedness, The Economic Ninja, and Little House Off Gritty. So that is it for these shout outs. And I'm sure there's other ones that you guys like, but I had to make my list because I kept getting hammered because I couldn't remember everybody that I wanted to make a shout out for all the time. So I had to make my list. So, but again, I think it's important. Hey, Rich Mountains, please show Max the cat in your next outdoor video, please. Max is always a plan. Well, right, I'll show you real quick. Here's Max with a plan. There he is. Nap time. For my favorite prepping channel, stay well, aware, and prepare. Thank you very much, Mountain Girl. You're awesome. I appreciate the support. I appreciate that. So, Preppiners One, thoughts about medical cannabis in your medical field is why I asked. Okay. I think that it's helpful, to be honest with you. Some people, it helps with muscle spasms, definitely helps with glaucoma. So there's definitely a lot of benefits for medical marijuana. And so, I like I said, I have no problem with it at all. And a lot of people utilize it to deal with pain, so they are not on heavy duty narcotics like morphine and Percocets and Oxy and all that other type of stuff. So I think that that is a good thing. I tried some CBD oil for stress, was nasty, could not take it. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, medical marijuana is probably better than a lot of the medications that are out there that are being prescribed. A lot of cancer patients use medical marijuana because it really helps, especially if they're going through chemo with the nausea and stuff like that. It really, really does help. So that's my take on it. That's just my opinion. So, but anyway, going back to the all the people, the shout outs for, I think it's good to look at different perspectives of people. Everybody doesn't look at things the same. So it's nice to look at different channels and see what their take is on things. And I think that's a good thing. And that's why we do the shout outs. So yeah, Ryan Hall, y'all. Mountain Girl said 2 cats here beside me. Yeah, well, it was funny because Heather was like, well, now that you're home, you think Max will be coming in and sleeping with you again? I said, oh, yeah, he'll be back. And he was. And he is. So when he's not outside, he's generally with me. So he's a good cat. And then when I'm not here, then he goes and sleeps with Heather. So. Rocky Brook said he won't touch my question. What's your question, Rocky Brook? I love it. Yeah. Oh, he won't touch my question. I just have all these people putting questions up there, and I didn't see him. What's your question? Did you hear about the new PDD Biden signed? I did not. Rocky Brook, what's your question? Go ahead, throw it out there. Throw me your question. Yeah, guys, if you want to stand out, you got to put it in all cap locks. That's what I see it better that way. I try to answer questions, guys. I do. I don't always get them. So if you want to ask real quick, it's okay. Some people would rather not talk about it. So now you say I won't touch your question, and now you won't even ask it again. Okay, whatever. Ay, ay, ay. That's funny. All right. So anyway, he asked about your opinion of medical cannabis in your medical field, and I just answered that. I just answered that. Yeah, and I just answered that question. So how am I not addressing the question that I already answered? So, all right. Anyway, guys, I don't have time for games. And I did answer that question. So, all right. Yeah, moving on. Exactly. All right. So let's do this. We are Legion. We are all over the country. We're all over the world. We're a huge network of people. Where is everybody from tonight? So, where's everybody from? We have Fort Worth, Texas in the house with Sonia. Nowhere, Oklahoma with Okie Forge. Always my favorite place. BC, Canada. Dayton, Ohio. Montreal, Quebec, Canada. Alliance, Ohio. Central Missouri. Inverness, Florida with Clyde. East Tennessee. London in the UK. Dorset in the UK. A couple folks from the UK. Glad to have you here. St. Augustine, Florida. Albany, New York. Columbus, Ohio. Northwest Mountains. I missed the rest of that. Southern West Virginia. Alabama, Roll Tide. We have Frederick, Maryland, Illinois, Campbell, Missouri, East Central Illinois, Bernice, Oklahoma. We have Detroit in the house, Waterloo, New York, Bumstead, Florida, Littleton, New Hampshire, Central Texas, Salem, Oregon, Elk Grove, California is in the house, Rolling Meadows, Illinois, Frankfort, Illinois, Lockport, New York, Lehigh Acres, Florida, somewhere in the Adirondacks with 80K Man, Vancouver Island with Prep Rebel, Shiftsbury in the UK, another UK, glad to have you here, Kansas, Texas Hill Country, uh, Boot Hill of Missouri, very nice, another Missouri, North Carolina, Marine Corps Base Camp, Lejeune, very nice. Jerusalem, Israel, very cool. Glad to have you here. That's awesome. We have Central Iowa's in the house, Lake East, Ohio, Lawrence, Kansas, Missouri, Canandaigua, New York. Let's see. Yeah, JJ. We'll just say Florida for JJ. Oh, that's too funny. We have Indiana's in the house. But anyway, guys, we are all over the country. We're all over the world. We are a huge, huge network of people. We're the ones that can make a difference now. We're also the ones that can make a difference when the time comes. We have Cape Cod, Massachusetts. I like that. That's awesome. Uh, that's too funny. But again, we're the ones who really truly can make a difference. We can try to help people now, But I think our true purpose will be after an SHTF event is teaching people how to help themselves. And if we can do that, I think we should try. We have Southern Kentucky in the house. So that's important. To me, it is. I'm the only one from Connecticut tonight, apparently. Yeah. So anyway, like I said, we can make a difference. We're in that position to be able to do so, which I think is a good thing. So, but trying to wake people up, I still think we should try to do it. I know a lot of times it's like beating a dead horse, but I think it's something that we should really try to do no matter what. I will talk to people about prepping all the time because I think it's that important. So I think it's really important. Oh, Rocky Brooks said, I feel dumb. I was behind on the stream. No worries, man. No worries. I'm like, wait a minute. I answered that question. So you're good. Don't sweat it. Yeah, a lot of Texans. Yep. We got three different folks from the UK tonight on here. So that's awesome, too. But we're all over. We really, really are. There's a lot of people that don't even acknowledge that they're preppers that are preppers. So, you know, but all you guys out there, let's beat that heat and try to stay safe. We got George's in the house. So I think it's something that we should be working on as well. Trying to be smart, trying to be as smart as we possibly can. Keep prepping, keep getting ready, control what you can control. Don't be victims. I don't know how many times I can say that, and I will continue to say that. Do what you can do for yourself and your family. Alternative power sources. We have Bellevue, Nebraska, with Deborah's in the house. Very nice. Um, you know, just don't be victims. Don't let somebody else dictate what you're going to do and what you're not going to do. If you prep and you're ready, you make your own decisions. They're not making the decisions for you. And I think that that's important. And 80K man has it right. Failure to prepare is preparing to fail. And that's exactly right. So the more ready you are, the better off you're going to be. So, all right. So I want to thank my moderators who continuously do an absolutely fantastic job keeping the chat clean. You guys are amazing, and I really appreciate all of the hard work you do, stream after stream, coming in here, making sure we have good streams and nobody acts like a jerk in here, which is awesome. The streams where people are fighting with each other and being nasty, and you get people come in and try to stir the pot up. That we don't have that here, which is awesome. So I very much appreciate what you all do. I appreciate all you guys for being here, showing support, being part of this. It's amazing, and I thank you for, your continued support through everything. It's been awesome, and we're going to keep showing more stuff, and we're going to keep talking about stuff that's going on and things that are relevant, and hopefully show you more preps and show you some stuff that hopefully work for you, and we'll go from there. So. Also, like I said, remember, guys, we are all in this together. We are one race called the human race. If we could ever figure that one out, we would be in so much better shape. We really, truly have to stop letting them manipulate us. They want to keep us divided. If we're divided and fighting amongst each other, they can continue to steamroll and do whatever they want to do, and we won't do anything about it. But if we come together, the strength in numbers that we outnumber them exponentially. So don't let them use race. Don't let them use religion. Don't let them use political affiliation. Don't let them use vaxxed or unvaxxed. Those are all tools to keep weak minded people fighting amongst each other over nonsensical stuff. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what religion somebody is. It doesn't matter what race somebody is. It doesn't matter what your political affiliation is. If you got the shot or you didn't, who cares? If you're a good person and you treat people with respect and dignity, that's what you should be getting back. And that's, like I said, that's my opinion. All right. Also, remember, guys, hug and kiss the ones that you love. Tell them every single day, tomorrow is not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen in life. So it's really important that we tell the people that we care about every single day how we feel. Last but not least, STD. step, thing, and day. One step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you're trying to do, whatever you're trying to accomplish, you can do it. The only one that's going to stop you from getting to your goals or doing anything that you want to do is you. That's it. Nobody else. If you stay positive, you stay away from the negativity, you're going to be just fine. And that's what people need to really remember. Okay. So, anyway, guys, I hope y'all have a great night. Again, I will not be live streaming Friday, but I will be back on Sunday live streaming. Probably live streaming from Maryland. Okay. So, hopefully, after a great Yankees victory. We hope anyway. So, guys, be safe, be well. I will see you on the next one. Prepper Nurse 1 out for now.